What's going on, fam? Back again. Today we're going to talk about content creators. Good versus the bad. Because as y'all know, everybody got a podcast. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, as I said, good versus the bad. So just a little historical content, which you know I'm always up for doing. Internet was created 1990s.
Yeah.
Okay, 1990s.
Early 90s. That's crazy.
Yeah. It ain't been around that long.
That's crazy.
Gateway.
In the 2000s, started gaining traction, and YouTube was actually launched in, you know, a year. You was probably like a toddler. B.
No, I think I was just I missed the launch. I think I missed the
2005.
launch.
That's when YouTube was launched. And that's when you, in the 2000s, early 2000s, you also had Twitter came up, and the book. Facebook was started by that little dweeb Zuckerberg. So in the late 2000s to 2010s, that YouTube started this thing called a partner program. And that's where people that created content could start making money, you know, revenue through marketing, brand deals. And the one that I have a problem with is fan donations. And I see that a lot. You know, people, I got my cash app. It's akin to begging, ain't it? I mean,
You're gonna be mad if somebody dropped $2 in the comments
but I'm
right
not gonna
now.
keep asking them.
I was just about to say,
Yeah.
we're going to link a cash app to this.
Exactly.
In case those who do want to,
Yeah,
support the podcast.
The struggle is real. And of course, moving from the 2010s to now, man, it's a full-time job for people.
Yeah.
Because that revenue is booming. You think about people, what's the kid? Kai Cenat.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Big time.
the one that I've heard a lot about, and I didn't really look too much at it, who's the Mr. Beast guy? He the one that give away money and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, it's your YouTube sensation. Yeah.
Okay.
Big money.
And now, for the most part, content creators are entrepreneurs if you want to do it full time. So,
True.
I mean, B, how do you feel about the state of content creators and where it's at now, the current state of content creators?
I feel like you said, we got Mr. Beast and the Kai Cenat, but I think it's still like at its early stages, right? It hasn't been a decade of this. And I think, my personal opinion, it's like our new Hollywood, right? They even have streamers awards now. You used to have the Emmys and the Grammys. Now you got awards for, I don't know the details, but best stream, biggest stream, most viewers, most donations.
Most donations. They got a category?
Why not?
I wouldn't be.
Why not?
Watch one of them streams and you see how the donations just line up on the side. That's why I said you might want. We could get some of that.
I mean, I think there's a way to go about it if you want to, but people,
it's free
don't
will.
Forget, drop it in there. I mean, but
No, because how it go, like, we could start doing this. You get the super chat, right? You ever heard of the super chat?
No,
This is a new thing. So somebody give you $2 on our Cash App. So you link the Cash App card, right? Mm-hmm. And then for that $2, reread your comment. But you got to pay us to read it. So guys, put $2 in for the super chat.
Oh, that's not okay.
You want a super chat, don't you?
Yeah,
exactly.
You can cuss too, people. You know, we
$3
we
you can
all,
curse.
Well, yeah, but
I like to keep it PG, but
You say let it look for $5. Say anything you want to say.
we good Christian folk here.
Amen.
Fam. Carl, what do you? How do you see the current state of content creating?
And I'm the old. I'm just gonna be the old man on the block in this because everything that B just said, I have no idea what he's talking about. I mean, you explained it very well, so I understand it.
yeah, you want it though.
But it's like that's not even something I'm thinking about. You go back, it took me. I probably just got a Twitter account maybe 2 years ago. It took me some years to get on Facebook. And I thought, after I did it and I'm like, okay, this is kind of fun, whatever. Never thought of it as a medium to, broadcast my thoughts to the world. I'm thinking I got a group of friends, and my Facebook friends were really my friends. It was people that I knew.
No air quotes.
Yeah, it wasn't like, I got
no
friends
friends in
in
Mexico.
I got 3,000 friends.
Yeah, these are people that I actually knew
Your
that I
friends
had
list.
their phone numbers. Most of them I had their phone numbers, so I can call them and
You send them a direct message to get the phone number, and
No,
bam.
man, we not because here's the thing about that. I don't really want to know you. So my whole thing with these content creators is, if you're doing it to make money, okay. But I think most of them are doing it because they need attention. And I'm gonna say this, I blame their parents, because obviously their parents didn't give them enough attention growing up. So now they gotta annoy me with all their antics. Look at me, look what I can do, look what I can do. That's what 5-year-olds do.
Hey, but they getting $5 million to act
So
like
let's
a 5-year-old.
So with that being the case, let's jump into some of the good things that our content creators are about. It gives people the opportunity to be creative, and Carl, to your point, unique expression.
Yeah,
I can,
you can be you
exactly
on camera.
You can create audience engagement, i.e., super chat.
Super chat.
See, look, y'all want a super chat
Hey.
now. Look.
You done turned us on to something.
I'm start using that now. Skill development. That's something that I, have gone through that process. Writing, hosting, social media management. I ain't got that down yet. That's your group's thing.
My group, I'm off to the side though.
I think too, and Carl, going back to what you said about, if you're going to do it, be serious about it. Create personal growth. You can develop communication skills. Some people don't feel right looking into a camera and, all this other stuff. But I mean, over time, you forget the camera's even there.
Yeah, true.
Also, it can create business opportunities, sponsorships, brand marketing, so on and so forth. So I think, there are a number of good things that come with it. For us, we can build a dedicated audience, i.e. subscribers, because we're over 100 subscribers now. So we moving. Thank you, fam. So, one of the things that I think too, and just on a good front, is being authentic, because that's the one that I think gets people in trouble. Carl, to your point, people want to, be seen, and you start doing all types of foolishness.
But yes. But one of the things that I know of those positive attributes that you just, alluded to, most of that, and I'm just speaking for our group here, we were able to do that before the podcast. We could sit down and have an intelligent conversation with somebody face to face prior to a podcast.
Fair.
My irritation comes in when, like you said, somebody can sit in front of a camera and speak. They can be articulate. They can be silly. They can be funny. They can do all these different things. And then when you get them in public, they're like, hey, man, hold your head up. Look at me in the eye. Shake my hand.
You think Drewski like that, or what's
I
the
do.
other? Country Wayne?
See, I didn't want to say a name, but I say Drewski gets on the ESPYs and calls somebody out their name, and then he goes on the CBS morning show the next day and is like, well, I didn't know. Stop being stupid all the time. I mean, you have comedians. I mean, some of the greatest comedians in the world. I'll just name 3. Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle. They can all have intelligent conversation outside of
and
their
in actuality, they're all quite shy in real life.
and intelligent.
Yep.
Yeah. Don't forget Bernie Mac. Put
Bernie Mac
put
as
the
well.
Mac man.
They can have intelligent
R.I.P.
conversation. Right.
Yeah, gotta
That's my guy.
put the man in there.
So, but when I'm seeing you being goofy all the time,
Goofy. Goofball.
I don't want to see that all the time. I mean,
But that's for people, I think, that can't turn it off because they think that they're always on a stage and you have to
but
perform.
I think they're authentic too.
You think he's just goofy?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And you found a way to make.
goofy people. You had
And
the
you
class
found a-
clown in
And
elementary
I'm not
school.
paying for that. I got it for free in school. I'm not paying for that now.
And you got tired of it in school.
I got tired of it.
Man,
in
stop
school.
being a damn
By the time we
distraction.
got to 12th grade,
Yeah, you outgrew it.
the cat that was the class clown, you like, hey man,
That's not funny no more.
yeah, it's not funny no more.
But-
That's-
But like Eugene was saying, there's an audience that wants it.
Well, I think too that in that reign, what you have to do is to be able to separate it, because what I see too, and this is on the bad thing, burnout. Because I guarantee you, Drewski doing all of this that he's doing, let's say 5 years from now, you think he's still going to be doing this? At some point, some type of scandal is going to happen, not wishing it on him, but the burnout is going to come. The little boy Kai Cenat.
Well, I'm gonna say if you see it happening, you do see influencers saying, you know what, I need to take a break for mental health purposes, or i.e. burnout, and then they just disappear for a little while, but come back. But it's already happening now.
With a lot of them, because I think it's the pressure where you
Yeah.
are just so concerned with putting out content after
Yeah,
content.
you have to stay in front of this 24/7.
but now it's become your livelihood.
Yeah, have to stay.
So
in
that's
the
the
game.
thing. When it's you talk to your kids about maturing and growing up, and you haven't got there yet, but I know Eugene and I have.
Yeah.
Once you get to be an adult, you start telling them, yeah, it ain't what you thought it was, is it?
Amen.
No, it's different.
You know, once you become an adult and you start working, and it's like you got to work to eat, you got to work to live. It's a different
Tell
thing.
me about it. I'm
Right.
still, man.
And so you get that part.
Yeah, man. Hey,
You get that part.
I'm there.
If you live in Detroit, DTE wants to continue to continuously raise rates for
no apparent reason.
for the same lights.
Just because they can.
Don't put your debit card on it. They
Right.
can charge you $4.
They just want to, and that part too. Now I got to pay in Bitcoin or something to try to avoid other charges. It's like,
I'm gonna start sending money orders.
so you get all, so you got to pay for those too.
They're gonna charge you for the money order.
So it's like these things become real, and at some point, not only do they become dependent on it, now my audience, I mature. Is my audience maturing with me? Can I continue the same goofy antics into my 30s and 40s?
But you know what's gonna happen though? People are going to start to catch on. They're gonna start digging, and they're gonna start getting into your person. They're gonna go back and talk to somebody that knew you in second grade, and they're gonna tell them he used to eat boogers every day, all day.
Because
Now at 45, people looking at you saying, "I can't believe you used to eat boogers." How
They
you
gonna-
gonna turn that into a
They
skit?
gonna, but here's the thing: they're gonna put it in a super chat, so he gonna get $15 to say he a booger boy.
they're not gonna put it in super chat. They're gonna start their own content channel.
To talk about you. So,
Somebody gonna put that money in that chat.
because I just recently saw an interview with what's the guy that messed up with Tiana Taylor, Iman Shumpert.
Oh, yep.
Oh yeah.
He said he recently did.
You say messed up.
He did mess up. 'Cause,
He messed
You say he fumbled the bag.
Lord, he messed up.
You live and you
dummy.
learn. You live and you learn.
But he said he has been. He's worked with Country Wayne and done
Oh, yep.
and done some skits.
Mm-hmm.
And he said that Country Wayne pays well because this is all he do, 365 and da da da. And I say to myself, dude, if this is all you do, you need a life because there has to be a work-life balance. If you're doing this, any job, you have to have a work-life balance. You know, B, you just told us you worked how many? 600 hours this week?
no, like
So-
58 or so.
But what was the other side of that? Work hard, play hard.
Yeah, I enjoy my Fridays and Saturdays. I do. I do.
Fam, y'all
Another
might
episode.
y'all might see B at a happy hour, but anyway. So I mean, I say that to say
Give him some money in the super chat.
And that's one drink.
You
You
can-
$10.
you can have your content, but at some you have to separate the two, man. Because I again, that's where the whole burnout thing comes from. Another thing is if it's your full time job, then that means your income might be a tad bit inconsistent, don't you think?
It's not gonna be a tab. It's gonna be inconsistent. It's
Yeah,
gonna,
yeah.
And I guess again, if you just going back to your thing about being authentic, if this is your authentic self and this is all you got, you're gonna have some burnout.
Yeah.
Because you're not only going to have burnout, but you're going to have fall off. So once you start having that fall off, because like I said, people are going to mature. And I'll use Country Wayne as an example. During COVID, everybody was locked in the house.
Yeah, prime time.
I discovered Country Wayne's skits. And I was like, okay, this is kind of entertaining. This is cool. This is cool. And it's almost like a soap opera, which is how he keeps it going. 2020, 2021, probably into 2022, I'm still watching. I haven't really watched since because it's like, okay, I get it now. And maybe he's picked up new audience. Possible.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's like a soap opera. So it's an ongoing saga.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a country
Audience
Wayne
can come in. I mean, and they're not that bad.
Well,
They're not that bad.
I did have the unfortunate.
Loose script. So
See, I did have the unfortunate time of seeing his comedy special though, that was on Netflix, and
now that I did not watch.
Yeah, I missed that one.
yeah, y'all missed it, and that thank God because
man.
that's probably 15. Because I give most comedy specials, I'm gonna give you 15 minutes, and
It's
at
fair.
and at minute 13, I was
I
trying
think
to
the
find
first
something
3
to
to
do.
5 can pull you.
It was horrible.
But to your point, a lot of these content creators are frustrated stand-up comedians who have turned to the internet to display their comedy. And stand-up comedians, some approve of this, some don't. But for the most part, they always say stand-up is one art, doing these skits is another art.
100%.
And
Yeah.
they're two different things. So you
Stay
can't
in your
say
lane.
that you are funny in a skit and now you come and try to do 5-10 minutes of
Yeah,
stand up.
and some can, but there are not a lot that can.
But I don't
do
think they can.
both.
I don't think
Yeah.
you start in the skit world and cross over to stand up. I think it's the other way around. I think personally, because like you said, I don't want to see Drewski do
You don't want to see a Drewski comedy special?
because it's not. It's
No,
not
I
gonna
like
make me.
I like
laugh.
the reels and the shorts and the video.
I'm on immediately.
I like
'Cause
the
they short.
video.
I'm
Yeah.
on, with somebody like a Drewski or a Country Wayne. I'm immediately going into it with a bad attitude because I'm gonna be like, you better make me laugh.
You just start off angry.
I'm gonna start off angry.
You just
But see, they know they can get you off of maybe that first comedy tour or whatever because people want to see them. They've seen
your
their
audience
skits
is
and
gonna
go,
flock
oh,
in,
comedy.
yeah.
And then once you get there, yeah. Because we got burned out on what's his name, the one that's always bucking his eyes and running around screaming, little guy, Kevin Hart. I think his 15 minutes are just about gone.
I think he's transitioning over towards.
To what?
He
Do you
try
watch
to
it?
act? He trying
His
to
next
act
comedy
now,
special
yeah.
to come out. Are you
Oh.
gonna watch it?
You know, he might have a Netflix movie.
He got
I'm
a
gonna
new
check
one
that
out,
out.
doesn't he?
Yeah,
I think it's a new one. I haven't
I
watched
don't
it
want to
yet.
see. See, we in the
Yeah.
same boat.
He's on the philanthropy
Man,
movie
okay.
side now.
Well,
I think
he-
the comedy days of
Here's okay,
the sun is setting, in my opinion.
but that's okay for him
Yeah,
because he had a run,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not saying I mean, Kevin Hart, okay, whatever. You like him, don't like him, whatever.
yeah.
You know, I kind
Good
of
split.
fall somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, same.
But he had a run. He's banked a lot of money. He's done a lot of things. He's got production companies. He's got kind of, okay, that's cool. He's not really dependent on followers.
Yeah, he don't
or
gotta go
streams,
sell out Madison Square.
or
no
he doesn't
more.
have to do any of that
Yeah.
anymore. Right. So, okay, cool. The ones we're talking about, you start on YouTube, you start on Instagram, you start on Twitter or whatever the case, and then it's like, I got to get followers. I got to get followers. And a lot of these people are falling into depression when they lose, followers.
Yeah,
You
your
see it's not
engagement
growing.
goes down.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right. Engagement goes down. Anything happens. And you really, in this day and age, it used to be, and Eugene alluded to it, 15 minutes of fame. It's like 7 now
In real time.
in real time.
yeah.
I mean,
it's that.
you've given people so much power by being dependent on them to engage with your content that you can say one wrong thing and they say, we cancel you.
And okay, and
Then the
and
checks
that,
dry
that
up.
segues
Exactly.
into, do you all feel that content creators have a responsibility to their audience? B?
Yes, but in reality, is that going to be adhered to? No, because at the end of the day, like we're saying, yes, the audience is there, but at the end of the day, it's numbers. You want views, you want engagement, and big bang boom, you want to go viral.
Okay.
Well, when you say responsibility, what do you mean?
In terms of the content that you put out, for instance, we all know kids are very influential. We have lived through the era of planking. Somebody died falling off the side of a mountain or a building or something.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Now, I
Standing
will
up on
say
the
we had
crates.
the ice
Yeah,
bucket.
yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah.
now, wait a minute now.
Crates is
We're talking about the Ghetto
Them
Olympics.
walking-
The Ghetto Olympics now. I was all for them crates now.
What's the responsibility there?
Listen,
People was
now,
getting hurt on them
but here's the
crates.
thing. Somebody say, man, I give you $500, you make it to the top. And that's what they was offering money for it. So
That's not responsible.
Yes.
That's not responsible.
That's not responsible at
listen,
all.
here's my thing. You responsible as an adult to know whether or not you should take your dumb butt up there. If you see 3 people can't do
Oh
it.
my God.
But you
What the
talking about some
hell makes you
$500, then your
Right, now
common
you-
sense go out the window.
Well, no, but I'll say this. You know, crackheads are very nimble and they're quick. So a couple of crackheads made it to the top and they wanted their money.
Because they wanted that $500.
Exactly.
So now you're supporting a
That's what-
crackhead.
that's why I came
in
with
their,
the money.
in their drug seeking endeavors. So
Because
is
what
this-
you think
is
he's
this
gonna do with that
responsible?
$500?
He could be going to
He not about to pay DTE.
No, he gonna pay his mother back. He gonna pay his mother back for that TV he stole.
He is not paying his mother back for that TV.
He gonna tell her, I'm gonna pay
He
you
gonna
back.
take it.
After I get up these 15 crates, mama, we back home.
Mama, I'm gonna give you these $3.
That's all I got.
And he gonna come back and get the
Some
$3.
pocket change.
But yeah, I think they do. But I think as the audience, though, we have responsibility to use common sense too.
That part, I
Because
agree with. Yeah.
I've seen and fam, I'm sorry if this sounds morbid, but I was on the internet looking for, when I first heard about it, pictures of people that was, like taking selfies on the cliff and fall off. I saw a couple of them.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, why would you think that's cool? Because you show the video or you show the picture on social media. How he do that? I'm gonna try it.
I mean, people up at Mount Everest.
I tell you, bodies. People climb Mount
Somebody got
Everest
that selfie,
and
somebody's still up there.
bodies littering the mountain
With a phone.
side.
Froze.
And they might, if it's their second time, they might be holding the phone with 3 fingers because the other 2 got froze off the last time they were up there.
Yeah.
I'm going back.
Might have lost a toe or two.
Yeah, sure.
It's all right.
I mean, but when it comes to, again, being, Charles Barkley had that commercial back in the day where he said, I'm not a role model. I mean, I can understand that to a certain point, but then again, you have, like I said, kids are looking at these social media influencers, so on and so forth, and, it's, I can do that. That look fun.
Yeah, because it seems easy.
What was the one they was, eating cinnamon or paprika or something?
Cinnamon.
Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yep.
Why?
Because it was funny.
And then when you die, what? Your funeral ain't funny.
But they
It was funny.
So
And it was a good clip to watch.
and I'm glad you brought up the Charles Barkley thing because that kind of answers both questions. Back in the day, he said, I'm not a role model. We went through an era where everybody wanted to be an athlete. So every male, I should say.
Yeah.
Because we looked at
Took
it
it out
as,
the hood.
right.
To make it to the league.
We're going to make it to the league. We're going to play something. Football,
Mama
baseball,
house.
basketball. Those were the 3 top ones. We wasn't thinking about soccer because,
Wrong country,
wrong
unfortunately.
country. But so he says, I'm not a role model. But kids are looking at you like, yes, I am, because I want to
you
be
made
like
it.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
I want to make it to the
'Cause
league.
He made it.
Okay. So now these content creators, what you just said, it looks easy.
Yeah, you can pick
So
up your
now
phone.
I want to be like Cassinet. I want to be like Drewski. I can go into Home Depot and throw a bucket over somebody's head and try to get their reaction. Now,
Look how easy that is.
No,
You don't even got to buy the bucket.
and here's the thing. I carry. So
So somebody toss a bucket on your head,
in
you
this-
gonna
strap.
pop him?
right,
Okay.
in this day and age,
You gonna pop him for that little skit?
I don't know what's the
You
scheme.
gonna
Okay,
be
so
viral.
why he laying on the floor bleeding? Because I just shot him. He told me it was a prank.
It was a prank.
And
It was
this
a
man's
prank.
gonna be
And right, and his man is recording
And he gonna be the one to get on.
because it's like I
Because you in
can't-
the hospital.
He gonna
I
like,
don't
hey,
know
y'all.
what's going. I'm thinking I'm being attacked.
Yep.
It's just a bucket though.
Okay.
You throw the bucket over my head and then you try to rob me. I don't know. I am not from this
Get
era.
robbed with a bucket.
I am
over
not
your
from
head.
this. That's what I'm, folks.
And what's that saying? The bullet ain't got no name. so
Don't
guess
mess
what?
with old folks. We are not from this era.
But that's what they get. You don't see the. I'm at the show. Y'all don't see the videos where they go on Walmart and they mess with the old people.
Don't mess with old people.
I've seen a couple where people gotten beat. And it's a prank.
Please don't mess with
And
old
it's
people.
always an
Well,
older
that's their
person
fault.
whooping that butt.
Them the ones that don't run fast. You seen the prank? Because again, this is a good one. Because it's like they go viral.
It's a good one.
Well, this is a good
I'm
example.
I'm listening. I'm
This is
listening.
this is
I
this
said
is
the same thing.
Yeah,
like,
no, this is a good example how we like
Okay.
a bad connotation. It's like a skit or a scheme. You go into Walmart and you ask an older person, "Hey, you know what time it is?" You might look at your phone and say it's 2:30. They hold their phone up and make the little chime noise like you done Apple paid. So now you think I done took $200 from you because I done took your Apple Pay, and now I got a nice viral clip. Now you mad because you think you lost $200. Now you chasing me around Walmart. And like you said, some people done got beat down because they done thought they stole the money. And then this other guy that runs away. But at the end of the day, he got a clip that's going to get 10,000 views.
So
and that's
then-
engagement and money.
Okay.
And he going to go back to Walmart and do it again.
Okay, so then what happens where you have the little fat kid from Middletown, Ohio that tries it, and because he's fat and slow, goes to run away, cacao.
He ain't going to get fired.
So
They've been slimmer people that have done this prank. I'm not discriminating. I haven't seen a chubby
so
boy
look,
do it yet.
this so you say that. When I was in middle school, walking home to school with my friend, somebody walks up to us and said, "Hey, do you know where such and such street is?" And it happened to be the street we were like walking on. And they were like, "Oh, it's right here." That was a distraction. They snatched my friend's instrument, took off running, stole it. Okay, because they gave us a distraction.
What kind of instrument was it?
I'll tell you off air. I'll tell you off air because you'll know what friend it was. You already know. You already know.
He's got to tell him.
You already know.
Sidebar that.
So, but from that day to this day, because when I get home and I tell my father about it. Now my father's he was a little more street savvy, I'll say. He said, see, that's how they get you. They
Yeah,
try to
'cause
give you a little distraction because they setting you up. So from that day to this day, if somebody walks up to me and asks me a question, I'm fronting them. Wait, you can tell me what time it is?
You can tell nobody what time it is.
I'll tell them, but I'm fronting them. I'm not, they're not catching me off guard for me to look at my phone.
Can't
Ooh, let
tell
me look.
nobody it's
Hey man,
2:30.
that's why, don't mess with old people. We from a different era, I'm trying to tell you. So I'm not going to be in the skit. My video, if they taping me, I'm not going to, because I'm going to be like, why you need to know?
But here's the other
It's a
part
clock
though.
over there.
But this is where it gets. But this where it gets now because now they got the meta glasses, so you might not even know it's a skit because
Okay.
it might not be the iPhone.
So
it's gonna be glasses.
you're gonna see me looking in the meta glass. It's a clock over there.
gonna
Because
see
I'm
a
looking at
fist
you.
going
I'm looking
right-
at your hands. I'm looking at everything you doing. Because I don't trust you.
So you're not asking nobody or telling them what time it is. At Home
Absolutely
Depot.
not.
What if they genuine though? You don't know.
I don't know. Go over there. It's a whole bunch of
Yeah.
people over here.
You're not gonna tell nobody what time.
Nope. Hey, can you tell me? Nope. Don't know. And look, I'm getting 3 or 4 feet. Because if I got to draw,
You
hey,
gonna shoot them over the.
listen.
You invade my personal space. We got a problem.
Don't
Fair.
mess with old people with this content stuff. I'm trying to tell you.
Well, when you see the meta glasses coming, just don't hurt
Oh,
them.
I can, and
Don't hurt them.
I'm looking straight at them. I'm watching your eyes and your hands. That's what I'm doing.
We got to, man. But I think though that, people are looking for the viral moment. But
Yeah.
if you get the viral moment, who's to say that you can turn that into something? You turn it, okay, you got one viral moment. Turn it to some views. Now what?
But like
You gonna
when
go
we was
and try and
talking
do
about
something else?
prepping, it's like I hate to use that, but it's like the crack example. You get that one high, you will do whatever it takes to get it again. I went viral once, I can do it again. And now you at Walmart throwing buckets on people's head.
And at some point you're going to get beat. I just think that,
Just like a crackhead.
That's why I hate to use the example, but it's valid.
Crackheads lose something along their crack journeys. They got some scars to show for their journey. I'm trying to tell you.
because somebody done caught them. Okay. I mean, I when you think about it, though, I mean, that's, there are some, I don't know if the good outweighs the bad, quite honestly, because when you look at it, the amount of content creators that you have out there, it's got to be in the millions, because anybody with an iPhone can be a content creator, you know? So I think that for the ones that do have a measure of success, I mean, it's astronomical because they got people that are making millions on me.
Oh, yeah.
They got kids that have their own content channels.
Alex.
Yeah. Where other kids watch them play.
With toys.
With
yeah.
toys.
And them kids be rich. So
Yes.
Or opening up toys. And it's like, huh?
I should have been doing that.
My niece was doing. I got turned on to
I
that
had all them
because
action
my niece
figures,
was doing
man.
it. She was on YouTube watching. Alex was one of the people that she would watch open toys and play with his toys, and then his parents got involved, and then he came up with his own line of toys, and I'm like, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say
That's
I'm
for
weird
kids, though, yeah,
No,
I mean-
because I'm not weird. I am weird, but I'm weird in this respect. And I know it's a lot of other weird people too. I will watch YouTube channels of content creators of people who like detail cars and
Yeah, I think we all got our
do
niche.
yard work and that kind of stuff. It's like
Well, I will say those yard work videos, when they speed it up a little bit,
it's kind of cool, right? It's kind of cool.
It's-
I mean, and it's relaxed. And I happened to mention it to the car detailing one. I mentioned it to my niece who's in her 20s, and she was like, "What?" About 2 weeks later, she texted me and was like, "You know what? This kind of cool." I said, "Yeah," because it's just chill. It's nothing, nothing showboaty about it.
It satiates
and
you.
in
Right.
in those examples, I think what you see are authentic people.
Yes.
And for the most part, for the ones that are authentic, I'll use us, for example. We're not doing this to make any type of money. We're doing it
Except for the
because
super chat.
yeah, super chat. No.
Coming soon. See,
Coming
here's the
soon.
thing, super chat.
But I think when you are authentic and you're doing it for quote unquote the right reasons, we're doing this because we are disseminating information. We want to help people, fam. That's what we do this for. Mind you, if money did come along, wouldn't necessarily change us. I mean, B would get a new BMW, I'm sure, top of the line.
Watch that.
But
Hey,
see, the
But-
spoils of success.
But I don't think, and here's the thing, with us being professional and have worked our way up, in order for us to quit our jobs and do it full time, the money would have to be astronomical.
I don't know.
So the thing
you
is,
gotta
we
give me a
wouldn't be
big super
dependent.
chat.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be
Big
it wouldn't
one.
be dependent because I think when you start getting dependent and bringing in brand deals and all that kind of stuff, your authenticity will change.
Yeah, because now
Yeah,
it's not.
because
It's
now-
for profit.
Exactly.
Right. And then they may at some point say, hey, you thought about doing this? And now they have a measure of control over you. That's why
Yeah, because you need
it's
to post this at
important
2
for
o'clock on
content
Tuesday.
creators to don't sign over your content, please. I would never sign over. We would never sign over this. Not that it's worth a lot, but it's worth a lot to us. And I don't need nobody trying to tell us how to do this show.
Because we mentioned a lot of names.
Yeah.
And
No kidding.
And I like to call a lot of you coons, and you got some more coonish shows coming, but
they
you know,
deserve to be
because they
called
deserve to be.
coons.
And I'm going and I want to be able to say what I want to say, and I think, and I'm good with content creators who are doing that. I think the issue comes in when you have a lot of content creators who say things for shock value.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I don't know if they're authentic or not. Okay, since I said coons, we talking about content creators. Candace Owens.
Bam.
Candace Owens is the empress of coons. But
The
now
queen bee, huh?
she's
She got a crown.
supposedly, and I don't listen to anything she has to say.
Seeing the light.
But she's supposedly, softening her stance, so to speak. So my thing is, were you cooning for profit? And now that that's reached its apex, now you're trying to flip back over to get another audience. So you're going to dial it back. I don't know who you are. So if you're
know who
authentic,
she is.
I think that she's somebody who's who wants profit, who wants to do this for money.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I don't know who you are. I don't know you as a person.
Fair.
And that's not somebody I want to engage with,
Because you don't know or you sense that she's not being authentic.
Right.
You've seen ebbs and flows in her life from where she first gained a measure of notoriety in high school
Mm-hmm.
to all of a sudden, hey, I don't like Democrats. I'm a Republican. To wait a minute, I'm falling off, and now let me find something else to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, my advice to folks that are inauthentic, if you making money, save it. Because at
Please.
some point, the jig is going to be up.
Yeah, and I think that's another example I don't like to bring up, but the B. Simone. I know we all
Okay,
seen it.
yeah.
That was a good example.
That's a
of
very
how-
good example.
What was she saying? She said, I used to have $100,000 months. She was crying because I got to shop at H&M now. But like we're saying, you seeing, eventually you may not, but per her example, you seeing.
So what did you take away from that? I mean, what did you ultimately, when you saw that?
Authenticity. Because if you, and I'm not the expert on her social media, but you saw how she was going from the skits
Mm-hmm.
to the podcast interview to preaching.
She preaching now?
You saw
So-
that little preacher get
Yeah,
get
she
in.
got to be,
And then as she went that way, the money started going down. Then she started crying. That's the clip I sent y'all, and the girls calling my finances. So when she started doing this, okay, I gotta find a new avenue. The profit is going down, and now apparently she say she make $10,000 a month, which is so terrible. That's just awful.
Is that
if you
net
were-
or gross?
But if you were living on
Still.
$100,000 a month
Yeah,
and then you dropped to 10,
that's why she was crying, because she got to shop at H&M now. She can't go to Louis Vuitton on a Tuesday afternoon.
and
Do they have a clearance section at Louis Vuitton? I don't know.
and how? No, they don't.
Oh,
they
sorry.
don't.
Okay. I tried B.
No, they don't.
I would have known.
sure.
I hearsay.
I would know. Trust me.
Nah.
Because
So you
whatever
get in
store
that
I go
store.
into, me and Clarence was like this. So I always look.
That's your.
Hey, wait a minute. It ain't over here at the back of the left. Like you.
I go in Louis. They do not have. But she's a good example
Yeah.
of, like you said, you're changing your delivery method. So you were funny, and then you did stand up, and then you do interviews, and then you find Jesus, because Jesus be lost so much. Everybody got to find it.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's like
man.
Where's Waldo type of thing.
He's in the jails. He's in,
He's always in the jail.
Him and Muhammad.
Him and they in the jail. They just hang out on different corners.
Yeah,
You got to go there to find
You
him.
and C-
Yeah, you got to go there to find them.
Can't find him nowhere else.
They was walking around free. When they was walking around free, you couldn't find them. But now they go to jail.
Behind it was something about Jesus.
Yeah, right. But it's like once you do that, all your audience is different.
Bingo.
So you don't know nobody's gonna follow you through it all unless you're being your authentic self.
Yes.
And even those people, that's a finite number.
Yeah. You got X amount.
Because they will come and look for you.
Absolutely.
Where's okay? Boom, bam.
Because now, where the skits at? What you mean, Jesus?
Right.
I want to
wanna
key and
laugh.
laugh.
Right.
Yeah. Why are you preaching to
I
me?
didn't come here for that.
That's why the money go down.
This is the wrong show.
I went to Bible study last night. Now you want me to
Where the baby mama skit?
I want to talk about real quick content creators that resonate with us individually. I've got one,
Let's
but
round
Carl,
tape.
let me ask you: who is a content creator that resonates with you where you are now?
And I just look at YouTube. So the Joy Reid shows. Yes, I like that. I like Don Lemon's show because those are independent journalists who have actually started their own YouTube channel.
Shout out to Joy Reid, Don Lemon. We'd love to have you on the show.
and being monetized for them is a good thing. I hope that they do very well with that. Independent podcasters or content creators. I like the Grits and Eggs podcast.
I've seen that.
My man does an excellent job just talking about what's going on with us in particular. The Pivot,
Sometimes.
I'd say 80%.
But you know what? One of the things that I noticed with them, and I think we've talked about it, Carl. I like the pivot too. However, I think that sometimes, especially Ryan Clark, they will bow down to corporate pressure.
Yeah.
And some of the things that Ryan will say in the midst of him being emotional and on Twitter and whatnot, sooner or later, probably the next day, you see him walking back those comments.
Yeah. Because Ryan has another responsibility at ESPN.
And that's my thing.
So
So
that's-
you have to temper your comments, because my thing is, to me, it's nothing worse than someone saying something and then walking it back. Because when you said it, you meant it.
Yeah, then
And when you're
parents
walking it back,
what you
that's,
mean
to
what
me,
you
that's
say.
a form of apologizing, because, well, I'm sorry. I said, no, stand on it. And if you get in trouble, okay, fine. It's a teachable moment.
And
Should be.
And you can kind of tell when somebody says something and then they go home and think about it, and then they'll come back and say, you know what? This is what I said.
That doesn't reflect.
It didn't
my
really come out
values.
right. This is what I meant. Or the difference of, I said something that I shouldn't have said.
What had happened
Because what you
was-
did was had a conversation with somebody.
Got
You know,
that
the one
text
that sticks
message.
out to
Exactly.
me,
Oops.
Desmond Howard. Did you see that? Desmond Howard.
Good example.
Fam, Desmond Howard
Good example.
was on college football, and this was some years ago. And if you watch Dave Chappelle, the Wayne Brady sketch, just classic, just classic comedy. Well, there was a point in the
Eat your
sketch where
sandwich, Dave.
Wayne Brady said, "Is Wayne Brady going to have to choke a bee?" Well, Desmond Howard, in all of his intelligence, decided he was going to use that comment live on TV during a telecast of the college football pregame on a Saturday morning at 12,
Prime time.
Yeah,
12 in the afternoon.
Prime time television.
Yeah.
And
just-
here's where you know that Desmond got talked to. They went to commercial, and when they came back, the first thing
Sit up straight.
Sit up straight. Look directly
You
in the
sit up
camera.
straight. You gonna say something about this?
and apologized. I say,
Because they got them earpieces
Yeah,
in. It's
he's
like,
like-
excuse me, say
We need.
"Ooh-wee."
we need
Put it
to
on
have
a separate
conversation
channel.
I
right
think
now.
they probably pulled him off. Hey, Desmond, can we see you for a second?
we got to see you right now.
And the producer was like, "Don't you ever?"
That's what I think. It sounded good in your head, but
and it was good if it's amongst people. It's amongst
Yes,
yourself. But it's
yes.
like when you got millions of people watching.
Millions upon millions.
not and that Dave Chappelle humor is not for this world
It's not
anymore. So you can't do that.
That's another show. But
Yeah, but
it
you know-
is.
No,
It
it
is. for
should
this
be,
world.
but it's not. It's too soft to pull that out, and that's
No,
probably
the
why he got
world
the
is too
call too.
soft.
But that's what I'm
People
saying.
are too soft.
There you go.
Because if he would have said that in 2004, he
But
wouldn't. It wouldn't happen.
But he didn't, and that was a teachable moment for Desmond, because Desmond figured out, hey, this is the only revenue stream I got coming in. So
That's why.
I don't want to go home and tell my wife I
Sit
just
up.
lost my good
I got
job.
a good job. That's what you say. I got a good job.
You messing that up.
Messed up that good job.
For me, content creators that stick out.
Mm-hmm.
And while this may be controversial, I'm
Go for
finding
it.
more and more that the brother was on point. Mr. Kevin Samuels.
I knew you was gonna say it.
And when I tell you, and the reason I know that is because even when he was alive, we all felt the same way in terms of what, 95% of the time, he was on point with what he was saying. It was just his tone
Brother ain't lie.
and his
No,
deliverance. And people didn't like that. But
I like
after
the
he
sound
passes, I almost feel like his popularity has surged, because now they have several channels dedicated to just his clips.
Yeah, or even people trying to imitate to be.
And that's why, because they've got a brother out there.
Yeah, yep.
Same setup. He got a suit and tie
Yeah,
on.
you know,
he got glasses.
that's exactly what
and
I'm talking
And I'm
about.
saying to myself, bruh, you don't even look right. Stop
do
trying to imitate.
But somebody want to do it because they know. If
But
you
there's
can feel them shoes,
there's
but
a
they
different
can't.
way. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because he was authentic.
exactly.
Now, I mean, say what you want to about him. I sure hate the way he went out. Because,
Yeah, that was
it
rough.
was.
I mean, the brothers got. Mike went out. Just terrible. Prince went out. But anyway.
He's human. We all human.
Yeah. But I think
We
that,
all
you know,
fall short.
at the end of the day, for me, I hope that people gained and continue to gain some measure of responsibility about what he has said. Because some of the women on there that you see, delusional, I think.
But and I would like to see.
Adjustable 6.
I would like to know his demographic because to me it was more women than men.
I think it was 80,
it was, but now
80,
it's flipped, of
95%.
course, because
Now it's flipped because like you said, since he's passed, I know other people who said they just kind of discovered him.
Yeah.
Got men who are like,
Wait a minute.
what's wrong with what he said? I mean, you know, and like you said, the delivery was crass, but
But
for
sometimes
me,
you need that though.
for me,
Yes.
it was entertaining because you've got women on here who are
Delusional.
absolutely delusional. I'm 38 years old. I have 4 children. I'm a
wait a minute, how many baby daddies? 4.
5.
5
I have
baby
5
daddies.
baby
pending.
daddies.
One's pending.
Been
Yeah.
divorced twice. I work at Chick-fil-A. I'm an assistant manager though,
Working away up.
and
I'm
I'm looking.
5'5", 230.
Yep.
Whoa.
And I'm looking for a man who he has to make at least
250.
mid 6 figures.
Yes. Don't come to
That's
me.
when you play that
Wait a minute.
womp, womp,
She
womp,
wants.
womp,
She wants a
womp.
high value man.
Because what is he? You know, with my children and my situation, he has to add to what I. What?
And the age range for the kids are 3 to 23.
It'd be
And they're all at the house.
3, 7, 11, 14.
All of them at home.
And they're
still.
all at the house. And it's like you can't be serious. Because I always would say some of these women got to be just like playing. It's like they're
think so.
they're saying this stuff so they can get on and they can argue with him and then he can hang up on them and they can get their
You got your clip.
right. You got your
But you
clip,
got embarrassed in the process, though.
but that's okay.
It's a viral.
Because I'm gonna call my
moment.
girlfriends and say, "Girl, I was on Kev. That's me. That's me, Cassandra, 38. That was me." I mean, I don't, you know.
On the
Oh,
other
man.
end, I got another one, and I just recently started with this. I had heard about it, but I was like, I didn't like the title. But I started watching. I'm like, this is pretty good. Dear Future Wifey. And the guy that does that, and the premise behind it is, Christian man, he's
Yeah.
divorced, and he talks about, Christian things. And at the end of each episode, he writes a letter to his future wife. Well, of course, now he's married, just recently.
Just recently got married.
And
That's so wholesome.
I watched some old episodes, and I'm trying to, of course, I ain't trying to catch up, but
Yeah.
and I'm finding it very interesting. He had a comedian on one of his old episodes, Marcus D. Wiley, who's very entertaining.
Yeah.
He said, he asked him this question, and Carl, I thought this was funny as I'll get out. He said, he started asking him some things that he wish he would have known before he got married. And the first thing he said was, I wish I would have known that men, our sexual peak is hit in the 20s and the 30s, and then it comes down. Women hit their sexual peak in their 40s and 50s. So he said, he's like, wait a minute. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself,
Interesting.
very.
It's like, eyes tied, boss.
So, but it's refreshing to see, something, because again, it's purely straight, authentic, and
Yeah.
those are the content creators. Those are the ones that they have lasting power.
Oh yeah.
Staying power, excuse me. And it's something that will surpass longevity, because I could see if that falls off, something else will take its place along the same lines, which is what I see, Kevin Samuels, but not the brother that's imitating him, because
2.0.
no,
Yeah,
he
but
looked like he taped in a closet. It's just like, dude,
It
come on
might
now.
be a petite bedroom.
Let's
of
be
sorts.
original.
Just say a petite man.
Let's be
You know, the
original.
studio apartment. It might be a little.
So I don't know, because content creating has become so big, where we go from here. So be in you telling us who your content creators are that have resonated. You. Second half of the question would be, where do you see it going from here?
Ooh, big boom. Okay. Good list. I will give you. I guess you could call them content creators. They're big names. I'm gonna give one. My guy David Goggins.
Okay.
Excellent, real rounded gentleman. I think, guys, if you need a role model, look him up. better than nothing.
It's a bit extreme, but okay.
Hey, we gonna whip you into shape.
Because I ain't running 25 miles a day, but okay. I get it. Okay.
Discipline.
Discipline. There you go.
2, I would say Jordan Peterson. He's like a big philosopher type. That's more less abrasive, but he can still give you some good discipline in life, and he's a very biblical based guy too. So I love he'll break down the Bible. If I had to go in the podcast realm, can't piggyback and steal examples. One I will give is kind of tight to say, but I will say the PBD podcast, because for me they kind of educate their crowd on what's going on politically in this world. Unfortunately, we're in the Trump superstorm, so that kind of overtakes it. But
Are those the three dudes?
Yeah.
Young guys, right? Maybe not, but go ahead.
Yeah, I think they like in their 40s.
Okay, no, that's not.
But yeah. But for my political, it gets you educated in what's going on, not just in America, in the world. So what's going on in Iran, they'll cover topics like that. And unfortunately, what our president be doing, they talk about that too. But a bit more importantly, the question, like, where is it going? It's hard to tell. But I think we have an emergence of the influencers, podcasters that you see now. And it's people coming behind them. And now you have, what's the word? AI influencers. Mm-hmm. That's about to be something too. So now these guys have to compete with some, I don't know what you call it, but an AI influencer. We might have AI podcasts next. I don't know.
Well, in the words of RZA, you got to diversify your bonds.
Exactly.
That's right.
So I think though that, content creating, the growth of it mirrors the growth of the internet.
Mm-hmm.
So as the internet is expanding, then so is content creating. I just thought about what's the I don't know if you call it a podcast, but I know they tour the group of
I know what you're
the black guys and the black females.
Yeah, what you call them?
Because they are. When I tell you, every clip I see, it's an auditorium full of people.
What's the? I
trying
can't
to
think of
pull
their
it up.
name. Yeah, they.
It's on the tip of my tongue, but
I know.
Okay,
I know.
fam,
We know.
we'll-
You
somebody
talking
put it in
about.
the comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, put it in the comments.
We'll find, but I think they're very interesting too, because one of the things is you see the dichotomy of how men think and how women think.
Yeah,
Although
real-time
there's one
examples.
particular female on there though, she comes a lot of times from a biblical aspect, and I'm like, sis, it ain't about that all the time, because I think that you have to. I mean, and there's nothing. We all are biblically driven in the way that we operate, but I think sometimes there has to be a mixture. Of,
Yeah, you can't be a Bible thumper.
Right?
That's
and
what she is.
and the secular world, you have to mesh some at some point.
Well, you can be biblically led without quoting scripture.
Yes,
Yeah, that's what I say.
So
She's
I
not
think a
Bible
lot of it, if
thumper,
you're
yeah.
saying you and you kind of, but the people in the audience, a lot of them are delusional. Like
Yes.
Kevin
Yeah,
said.
that's
Yes.
more secular.
So
for
but
she
sure.
people
really-
get up and talk about how they cheating on their husbands, and
Oh,
I'm like,
yeah.
huh?
in front of a room full of people.
Well, I
And
cheated
you don't know
because
who here.
you know,
I cheated because he wasn't doing what he's
wasn't
supposed to
doing-
do in the house.
And now
He worked
and,
too long.
And
And I'm
now
gonna
I'm
cheat.
pregnant, and
I don't know who to
I don't know
daddy
who the daddy is. So my question is,
and they
how
just sitting there.
should I raise my kids? To, I mean, it's like what?
They just sitting there like, what the?
It's like where you want me to go with
Ain't
this?
no scripture for that one.
You know.
So, yeah, but they doing it. I mean, and I'm sure they making money, because like I said,
Oh, yeah,
every
if
clip
you
you
can
see is
tour,
an
They're
auditorium
on
full of
tour,
people. So
and I mean, and it's
they've come here, haven't
Yeah,
they?
absolutely
Okay.
and it's entertaining. And I think
Yeah, it
sometimes
is.
in a world where, and it's unfortunate, I grew up on TV, watching a lot of TV. And
It's
now
like
I
Maury.
find myself, if I do watch TV, I'm watching stuff that I watched when I was a kid. I watch very little new
Yeah, I'm a comfort show guy too. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
got your comfort shows.
very few new scripted shows that I'm watching.
Because we just had a conversation about shows from the 70s that could never be
That could
played now.
And I watch them all. If you were to watch Sanford and Son, All in the
Red
Family,
Fox
the
is not gonna
Jeffersons,
make it.
there were some very heavy topics that were covered.
Good times.
Good time. We talked about Starsky and Hutch. Starsky and Hutch was almost like an R-rated show. I mean, every show they was talking about junkies and hookers and
But they
But
made
Huggy Bear,
it was
Huggy Bear
smooth.
made it through. Thank
You
goodness
know.
Huggy Bear never OD'd on Starsky and
I'm
Hutch.
looking like I was watching this as a kid.
You just wanted to see the car, the red car with the
That's
white
what-
stripe.
That Torino baby. Ford, bring that back. You need to bring that boy
Gran
back.
Torino, a legend.
But it's like nowadays, it's really nothing authentic. So I find myself looking at YouTube, looking on Instagram for my entertainment. I think the problem comes when you try to make that entertainment your life because people say, well, this is what they're saying this and they're saying that. Yeah, but you
Yeah.
gotta know what's what, you know?
I'm still trying to figure out who they is.
It common
And how did they
sense.
get to be where they are?
I don't know.
Well, I think too that for me, they should have some type of master class in this because there are too many people falling by the wayside. You see the glitz and the glamour, but you don't see the things behind the scenes. I think mental health has a lot to do with it because, hell, just being black men, most, if not all of us, should be in therapy. And we just live regular lives. You know, I couldn't imagine being a celebrity and whatnot. I mean, because I've seen, you know, the things that happen to them. And I see some celebrities where you might catch a video of them being mean to somebody or whatever. And the first thing I'm thinking is, why don't you just stay your ass in the house? I've seen LeBron turn down autographs to kids. You know, I've seen other celebrities, you know, I ain't got time. What? You know, and it's like, I think a lot of times when people reach a certain celebrity status, they lose grip with reality.
you
And for
lose
these
touch.
content creators, they have to understand that here today, it could be gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think if you do it for the right reasons, which in my opinion is doing it to be authentic. If you are funny and you want funny skits, that's fine. That's your lane. But, you know, as far as I'm concerned, for the people that are doing all this egregious stuff and these stupid pranks and all that, until somebody gets mowed down, you're going to tap somebody on the shoulder, pull a prank. He's going to turn around with an AK and let you have it. Then what?
Well, the AK wasn't there, but it's happened.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
Some
ooh, that's gonna be quite a clip.
Content creators have been injured and or
Yeah.
unalived.
That's the word. There you go. There you go.
Who started that?
Right, just because of a prank, and it's like it's not worth it.
You know, and then I looked at too, real quick, before we wrap this up. There have been since 2015. Look at some stats. There have been consistently, you know, averaging 10 plus content creators a year that have died, various health reasons. Suicide is a big one. And I don't know, I think in the last year or 2025, just here in the United States, it was almost 14 or 15. And a lot of them were suicides. And I'm saying to myself, you know, young people in their 20s, you're killing yourself. And Carl, to your point, you fell off and you couldn't take it. And again, you know, like we started this off, and I have to agree with you, Carl, your parents didn't properly prepare you for this world because it's a cruel, hard place.
Yup.
And y'all better get a hold of it because there are many lessons that you don't want to learn once you become an adult. So, fam, y'all kids, make sure they listening to you. If they not, man, that's all you can do.
They
Tell
gonna be
them.
all right.
Take them on a trip.
So, matter of fact, your goddaughter said the other day she can't wait till she grown.
Ooh,
And she's, fam, she's 6. But
we
anyway,
got to sit down.
DTE would like to have a word with her. Especially when it get
By
cold
the
outside.
By the time she get grown, they gonna be charging you just to
It's gonna be
breathe.
1,000.
but again, fam, we thank you guys for being here with us for another episode. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, throw comments in there, like the episode, share it by all means. You know, and until we see you again, just remember to stay prayerful, stay positive, stay patient, stay peaceful. See you guys next time.